I love this retro brick phone because I can actually use it. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. I picked up this retro brick phone here. It's not as big as some of the other phones from the 80s and 90s, but it is designed to look like the old Motorola brick phone. And I love that retro design. It's actually whiter than the phones I remember. They were kind of a little off-white, little like PS2 colored, IBM computer colored tan maybe. And it has a flashlight up here, which is not something they ever came with. It does have this little antenna here that unscrews. I actually don't know if this is a real antenna or not. I kind of don't think it is, but it has a keyboard and a little screen there that looks kind of like it did on the originals. It says H999 right there, which is not a real thing, I think. We do have the speaker on the back, which again is not original, but it actually is pretty useful. So the thing about this is that you can actually use this like a real phone. It has a micro USB port right there, a little bit of older style, but you can charge it up right there. It has a battery in there. This isn't super heavy. It's got a little weight to it, but we also have a USB port right there, so you can use it as a charging bank, a power bank to charge up your electronics. If I pull this off, what we have here is the battery itself, and if I pull this out, you can see how big that battery is. You can see that we have dual SIM slots. I think those are SIM trays at least. So what you can do is you can actually put your SIM card in here and use it just like a regular cell phone, but you don't have to, and I didn't. I got it to pair with my actual phone, Bluetooth, so that I could actually take or make calls on it, or actually use this like an external speaker. So let me show you how it works. All right, so the first thing I want to tell you about this thing is that if you power it on, which is the little hang up button there, the end button, I want to just tell you that on old phones like this, it said send and end, so they rhymed. But there are times when on the screen it says press the EN button, and that's because the D is cut off, so that's the button it means. Now, if I hold this down, I'm going to power this on, and I want to show you, it's kind of obnoxious. All right, that's what it does every time you power it on and power it off. So if you're going into a public place, you're going to go and work in Starbucks and want to use this as your phone, make sure you power it on in your car before you go in. Or don't power it down, because as soon as you do that, it's going to do the same thing. Now I want to show you there. It has a nice little color LCD screen right there. It's decently bright, not super bright. It actually looks brighter in person. But what I can tell you here is it says unlock, and if you press unlock, you can see it says press EN, and that means that you want to press that, and now it's unlocked. All right, now a couple things that I want to show you here is that this will absolutely pair via Bluetooth. You go here to menu, and then you have to kind of scroll down to Bluetooth right there, and you click OK, and it's paired now, but it always pairs on my phone as W8. So I don't know why it doesn't say H999 in the Bluetooth, but whatever. That's how it works. Okay, so now I've got it paired, and it's paired using A2DP and Bluetooth hands-free, I believe. So the first thing I want to show you is I can play some music on here, and it'll play out of this speaker here. Now, one of the things that I want to tell you is that it actually gets pretty loud. But it doesn't sound great. It kind of sounds a little bit like a speakerphone on your desk. And if you just want a little background music, you're sitting on your porch, you're having a little glass of rosé with your friends, this might be enough to just have a little bit of ambiance. But I definitely would not use this as a replacement for your Bluetooth speaker. Now, the other thing I want to show you here is that if I go to my screen and I call someone and I hit send, it says Bluetooth call or local call, because I don't have a SIM card in here. It's not going to go through the phone, but I do want to show you it is going through here. And so I can absolutely use this and actually take a call. It's not just a prop, man. I can sit there and be like, yes, yes, buy me one share of Blockbuster Video as soon as possible. And then I'll look up in the Wall Street Journal what the price per share is. But this is actually a usable phone. Even though it's modern, it's kind of a more white plastic than the phones that I remember. It's got some stuff that the original phones didn't have. Obviously throw a SIM card in there too. But what I love about it is it gives you that old retro style look. Now, I want to show you right here on the top, there is a flashlight, and this button right here will turn that on. So if I hit that and unlock it, now I hold this down, what we get is a little flashlight right there. So that could be kind of useful too. It's kind of like the flashlight on your iPhone, which is just the flash. So guess it's no less useful. I actually probably would prefer not to have it there because that's kind of a dead giveaway that it's actually not one of those old Motorola style brick phones. But if you want an old style brick phone that actually works, that plays music, that takes calls, and lets you live back in the 80s like you are a stockbroker playboy, well then I would definitely suggest picking this up. You gotta have this. So I'll put a link to it in the description below. Peter Von Panda, out.